Coach Sheldon Harrison. There never been no comparison. You're live on the show. Sit back and have a listen. Man, what's up, y'all? LDMMAC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Alright, y'all. Guys, this is real. This ain't fake. This is real. Sarah Kaufman has challenged Aspen Ladd to a fade. That's right. Sarah Kaufman wants that fade from Aspen Ladd. And she point blank said, okay, Holly Holm pulled out of the fight with you, Aspen. Let me come in here and whoop that PG-13 channel. That's what Sarah Kaufman said. Sarah Kaufman, she's been a bit vocal. Sarah Kaufman has been wanting to fight somebody, okay? And Sarah Kaufman can't seem to find a fight after becoming the Invicta champion. She can't seem to find a fight. And she's petitioning to the UFC to, let her go ahead and fight. The UFC, though, they released Sarah Kaufman a couple of years back, and it was over contract negotiations. I guess Sarah Kaufman wanted a certain amount of money, and the UFC wanted to give her a certain amount, and and I'm not sure all the specific details, but I do know it was over contract negotiations. So I don't know if her and the UFC are even on good terms. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. It don't seem like they're on very good terms. So I don't know how she gonna get this fade. Okay. And Aspen Ladd, I hadn't heard anything, from Aspen Ladd. Been checking her social media accounts, and I think Aspen Ladd, hadn't really had a comment about it. But I'm pretty sure that Aspen Ladd would take this fade, because Aspen Ladd still don't have an opponent for UFC 235, and UFC 235 is right around the corner. Would the UFC be so? If Aspen Ladd got Sarah Kaufman head on a platter, Aspen Ladd finna. She definitely finna move up, man. But I don't think the UFC. I don't think they're gonna bring Aspen Ladd back. I don't think they're gonna do it. I'm sorry, not Aspen Ladd. I don't think that they're gonna bring Sarah Kaufman back anytime soon. And I don't know what Sarah gonna have to do. Sarah been making a lot of like really crazy posts. Like once she put on this little latex suit and she called it a sex suit. And she said, what do I have to do? Wear a sex suit, to get a fight? And she was serious. But, this is kind of one of the things that's going on in women's MMA, okay? The people that's got the most sex appeal, those are the people that appear to get all the opportunities in the UFC. That to me, from my viewpoint, okay, the sex appeal and, of course, the look that the UFC wants. And that's that 19 to 35-year-old white male that I keep telling y'all about. Okay, guys, it's nothing racist. It's just a fact. That's who the UFC, the demographic, most of their audience is from. I know. I've already done the research on that. That's their demographic. So they got Sarah Kaufman running around here, though, man. And guys, I don't even know if y'all saw the Instagram post or where Sarah Kaufman was on top of a damn mountain showing her ass. Guys, I'm not playing. Sarah Kaufman went on top of a mountain, pulled down her pants, and showed the world the crack of her ass. How is Sarah Kaufman gonna explain this? I know how. Anything to drum up controversy. She did it. Anything to drum up controversy, man. Like, she trying to do something to get something going. And, okay. Maybe Sarah felt like she had to, show pieces of her body for her to get noticed. And a lot of good fighters like Sarah Kaufman, they just don't get noticed. They just don't. Like, these are real live true fighters, but, unfortunately, guys, we live in a world where people are not really looking at fights. Me as a pugilist, a fan of pugilism, I am. I want to see Sarah Kaufman get in there because I know what Sarah Kaufman, I know who she is. I've followed Sarah Kaufman's career heavily for a lot of years. So I know Sarah Kaufman can bang. She got skills. But, in Sarah's mind, she feels like, I got to do certain things to get noticed. And it sucks that that's how it is, but that's how it is, y'all. That's how it is. And I would probably suspect Sarah, I don't know, doing something else. But the last thing she did, she stood up on that damn mountain. Sarah Kaufman just said, hey. And then she bent over and she pulled them pants down. Folks, it's true. It's true. Do you guys think the UFC will allow this fade to happen? Okay? And if the UFC do allow this fade to happen, y'all, if they allow the fade to happen, who do you think gonna win the fight? I mean, it's a very interesting matchup, man. I think Sarah Kaufman has a size advantage over Aspen Ladd, but I think Aspen Ladd can hold her own. I think Aspen Ladd could beat a lot of top fighters. Aspen Ladd is a beast. Aspen Ladd is a beast. But we'll see. We'll see what the UFC do. We'll see how they respond to this. We'll see if the UFC will actually let this fight happen. Okay? I don't know who win this fight. I just don't know, you know? I think Sarah Kaufman could win. You know, I think Sarah Kaufman could beat Aspen Ladd. I just think the experience and plus Sarah Kaufman, she's still relatively young. In MMA years, she's young. Yeah, man. I think Sarah Kaufman is too good for Invicta, man. You know, I mean, they putting her against Invicta opponents, and Sarah Kaufman is beating the hell out of these girls. There's nothing else left for Sarah Kaufman in Invicta. Okay, she shouldn't have never been in Invicta in the first place. The UFC, they should have figured out some way to reach some kind of agreement to where Sarah Kaufman could still be fighting in the organization, okay? I don't know what the UFC do, man. I don't know what they do, how they handle the women, but the UFC, they do a shitty job with the women. They just do, y'all. I hate to say it. The folk, that's just the way that is. That's just the way that is, okay? And Invicta do a phenomenal job. Like, I wish that that the UFC could hire Shannon Knapp to be over their women's department, to actually put her in charge of matchmaking. Okay, I wish they could. Because it's getting to the point, man, where, you know, these matchmakers, they doing dumb stuff, man. They got fighters that's sitting out too long. They got fighters that, you know, they're not even giving the right opportunities to. They got fighters that's just getting title shots because of who they are and what they look like. Like, the UFC women's MMA, it's a damn mess. But I hope that Sarah Kaufman gets this fade, because this is a good fight. Sarah Kaufman versus Aspen Ladd is a very good fight. And I'm going to see, man, if I can get Sarah Kaufman on, and maybe I can chop it up with Sarah to see what's going on and why that, you know, that I really want to know why that she got released from the UFC. I got to know. So I'm going to reach out to Sarah Kaufman this week, and I'm going to try to have her on the show. You guys tell me what you think. Who do you think win this fight? Aspen Ladd or Sarah Kaufman? This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harris, and I'm done. What are you waiting on? Support the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.